I'm Jamie Hunt from Guitar World, and this lesson focuses on getting as much bang for the buck as possible from our upstrokes. When we play downstrokes, gravity is on our side and that makes things feel quite comfortable. However, upstrokes are not quite as convenient, and therefore if we focus on that pick direction we can get as much mileage as possible from that motion. To start off with, I want you to focus on the placement of your picking hand. So if you roll your hand forward, if you notice the bottom of my hand dropping down there, as I play an upstroke, my pick actually elevates above the strings. So rather than being straight against the strings and then hitting into that sixth string, if I was playing the fifth string, we actually roll the hand forward, we can't hit that sixth string, we're going to elevate above it. So that makes things a lot easier to get a series of upstrokes or to get that motion feeling smooth as we play across the strings. Keep that motion in mind as you work through exercise 1 and you'll find that series of upstrokes more convenient and comfortable to play. Exercise 2 uses eighth notes throughout, so we're going to count that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and for a workout we're going to use upstrokes for the entire sequence. You'll notice as the exercise unfolds there's quite a few string changes in there, so to make that smooth and accurate you need to keep your arm and wrist as relaxed as possible. Any tension is going to make those string changes super tricky to stay accurate and in control. So nice and relaxed. And you'll get those string changes with comfort and accuracy. Upstrokes are really helpful when we're playing single note lead lines, but when we play chords they create an excellent effect. When you play a chord with a downstroke, we hear the lower notes first, so we get a chunkier sound. If we play an upstroke, in comparison we get a bright, present sound. And for that reason, styles like reggae, ska, funk really lean into that bright, present tone from the upstrokes to make those genres and styles sound the way they do. So for this next exercise, exercise 3, we're going to lean into that rhythm style and create more of a ska approach. So we're going to play triads, and as we play the chords we're going to mute with a downstroke and then catch the chord with that bright, present upstroke. And as we do that, I want you to think about the shape of your wrist. We could take a slightly different approach with upstrokes in a rhythm sense compared to single note lead lines. So in this sense we get more of a kind of an angle on the wrist because we want to get more of a kind of a U shape as we move the pick. So as we're playing those triads, we can catch that downstroke and then sweep back and get those bright upstrokes. From the previous exercise, we're going to continue the idea of touching the string with our fret hand to get a muted sound as we play a downstroke, and then fret the note correctly as we play the upstroke. And that helps us to get controlled, accurate offbeat phrasing, which breathes life and interest into our lines. exercise 5, we're going to take our up picking workout to the next level, and for this we're going to use 8th note triplets, which means playing 3 notes per beat. So we'd count that 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Now because those notes are quite rapid and close together, the key to this is to make as small a motion in the picking hand as possible. And one thing that really helps is raising the knuckle and our thumb so that the pick tilts from being flat to the string to being angled, and in doing that, when we play the upstrokes, we get much less resistance. So if I play that phrase, you can see that the motion in the picking hand becomes much smaller, and in doing so, we can play some really controlled, fast sequences. In exercise 6, we've got notes played consistently throughout and there's lots of string changes. So to make this work, we're going to use upstrokes strategically. Within this phrase, we play the open 6th string as downstrokes, and each sequence of fretted notes are all played with upstrokes. So that would be like this. In this case, the upstrokes allow us to keep the motion of the pick moving in the same direction as each new string change, which makes phrases like this much easier to play with comfort and fluidity.